Hi, thanks for checking out this video. I wanted to share a story with you and explain why I put this page together and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I call it Project Jackson. One of my personal coaches was on the phone with him for a consultation and was talking about the upcoming season for me, which is my selling season. As the dealers start slowing down, as you can imagine, now is a great opportunity for them to take advantage of my programs. And I was talking to him about how to get more dealers involved in my program. And he asked me this question. He asked me, Matt, what would you do different in your program if you only got paid when your clients got the results? So got the results of, for my clients, sell more boats, make more money, have more fun. So those are the three results that my clients get from working with me. Now, I thought about that. Isn't that a great question? What would you do different if you only got paid when they got the results? So it got me thinking that, hey, the clients that go through my system and that take action, they inevitably get results because my system has been developed over years and years of my success, years and years of their tweaking and improvement and working together with me. And I've discovered a lot that have made this program just rock solid, that even since the beginning, I was able to offer a money-back guarantee. And of all of my clients that have had that money-back guarantee, some investing upwards of $10,000 with me, I've had one that I've had to refund the money. That was my very first program that I created that has been 3 or 4 generations ago, and I happily refunded it because it was not right for that particular dealer. So here we are now years later, and I've really got the system dialed in, and everything that is in the program is driving incredible results. So that question got me thinking of, hey, what would I do if I only got paid? One way my coach told me to get more people involved in your program is to give it to them and only ask them to make the investment after they've already been successful. So that's exactly what I decided to do. I'm calling it Project Jackson because that's my coach's last name. So Project Jackson is exactly that. I have a very strict criteria because this program is not right for everybody. My style is not right for everybody. I don't want to work with every dealer out there. I want to work with those that meet certain criteria, and I'm extending this Project Jackson offer, which is not risk-free. There's absolutely zero risk. I'm not asking for any money up front to get involved in the program. What I want you to do is get involved in the program, have success, and say, Matt, that was so worth it. I'm gladly going to give you the investment that you're asking for. So here's who this is for. If you meet these criteria, then what I want you to do is apply. There's a button down below that you can apply. It's going to lead to us having a conversation, just making sure that you understand the program, what's required of you, what you can expect of me, and make sure this is a great opportunity for you and make sure that you're a great fit for me. So here it is. If you would like to sell an extra 10 to 15 boats a year and you have the capacity to sell those extra boats and deliver top-notch quality and service to your clients, then this may be for you. If you believe you have the ability and the capacity to increase your margins by an average of $500 per boat that you deliver next year, you're struggling with the way you're presenting pricing, you're struggling building value with your sales team, you're struggling bringing in the right types of buyers that aren't super price sensitive. If that's an opportunity in your dealership, that $500 on average, it could be significantly more based on some experience from many of my dealers. But that $500 on average, if you believe that there's the opportunity for that and you're not already at 22-25% margins, then fantastic. If you're in the teens and the low teens especially, regardless of your manufacturers, there's opportunity for improvement. But you also have to sell at least 50 boats a year right now. So you have to be of that size that you're not just getting started, that you're not just dabbling in boat sales, but that you're selling at least 50 boats a year and you have no more than 3 locations. That's sort of the criteria of who this program is right for. But you also have certain other qualities. You've got to be a doer. Because here's the thing, is I'm going to take all the risk myself with this Project Jackson. So I don't want folks that are not going to take action and implement. Here's the way I look at it. If I give you a roadmap to go pick up $1,000 every Monday morning, every Tuesday morning, every Wednesday morning, every Thursday morning, every Friday morning, you just need to get up out of your desk, walk out your door, take a right, bend down, and pick up $1,000. It's that simple. Well, if you keep your butt in your chair and you don't get up and you don't walk, then guess what? You're not going to get the $1,000, even though it's right there. So you've got to be a doer. You got to be somebody that's going to be willing to get up off your chair and put some hard work in, because there is going to be work involved. You have to believe. You have to believe that there is the opportunity to sell an extra 10 to 15 boats in your marketplace, that your dealership can handle that, has the capacity not only just to sell the boats, but to deliver a top-notch experience for your customers. You've got to believe that. Because if you're sitting in your chair and you don't believe that there's $1,000 sitting right outside just to the right of your door, you're not going to get your butt off the chair and go pick it up. You've got to be coachable, and you've got to be willing to listen. Because what I found is, if you get your butt off the chair and you're a doer and you go out your door and you take a left, that's not where the money is. You got to go out your door and take a right. So you've got to be coachable, and you've got to be able to listen to get success with my program. And if you're not that, then I can't have you in this Project Jackson pilot that I'm doing. You've got to be serious about success. Like I mentioned, there's some serious work that goes into this program. It's going to deliver incredible results for you. But hey, you gotta put your effort in. As the saying goes, nobody can do your push-ups for you. So there's some work that you as the dealership owner have to take part in. It's not incredibly strenuous, but there is work that has to be involved. You have to be serious about the success and willing to do that. You've got to be fun. This is the boat business. I got into the boat business. If you don't mind my story, you can read it in my book, or you can, if you've seen me speak, you've heard it already. You can read in my articles in boating industry, or see it on my website. But I got into this business because it's fun, because I love boating. I became a top-selling boat salesperson, going from a no boat selling son of a gun to a top producer in a few short years. And I did it because I wanted to be in a fun industry. So I only want to work with fun clients. If you're not fun, then this Project Jackson isn't for you. And also, you've got to be willing to share. So here's one of the big things why I'm doing this Project Jackson is, one, I think it's going to give a lot of people the opportunity to participate that were just a little bit leery and saying, man, that's a lot of money to invest in a program when I'm not really sure how it's structured. I'm not really sure what I'm going to get out of it. I had one guy say, that's a lot of money for a bunch of videos. Well, he didn't get the point of it, that it's not videos, it's the roadmap to go out your door, take 10 steps, and take a right and pick up $1,000 bill. But what I need from you is I need you to be willing to share back with me your results. What is working, what's not working, how well it's working. Kind of open yourself up to providing some of the numbers that I ask you to track. And what that allowed me to do is that will allow me to put together case studies for future years as I continue to work with other dealers, other manufacturers, and continue to grow my business. So you've got to be willing to have that sharing mentality, okay? So here's who this is not for. If you're a know-it-all, if you've been in the business for 5 years or for 50 years and you say, hey, I know it all already, or this is the way we've always done it and we're not going to change, if that's you, then this program's not for you, because the strategies, the techniques that I teach are going to be contrarian to what a lot of things that you're hearing, from the, I'll call it the mainstream, the normal and customary way, the industry standards. A lot of the things I'm going to be sharing with you and the strategies, the reason they work so well is because they are different. But you've got to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're a know-it-all, then you're not going to enjoy the program. You're going to ask for a refund if you invested in it anyway, and you're not going to have the success. And this Project Jackson is certainly not for you. If you're a whiner or a complainer, like I said, I mentioned the having fun. To me, having fun is taking action, is figuring out how you're going to make this work, how you're going to implement it in your dealership based on the systems you have, based on the personnel that you have, based on the territory, your market area. So if you're a whiner, if you're a complainer, just forget it. I don't want you in the program, and it's not a right fit for you. If you're a big talker but don't take action, some of the people that had the least amount of success in my programs are the one when I did the initial consultation to make sure it was a good fit, talked about how much effort they're going to put in and how much opportunity there was in their marketplace and how big they should be and how they're so much better than their competition. When the rubber met the road of going through the program and taking action and implementing and listening and all of that stuff, well, oftentimes it didn't happen with the big talkers. So if you're a big talker that's not an action taker, then this Project Jackson just isn't a good fit. If you go into it thinking, well, that won't work for me, it kind of is the same lines of know it all already. If you go into any situation and the instructions are to get out of your chair, go out of your office door, take 10 steps and turn right, and there's a $1,000 bill right there every morning of the week, and you go in and you say, well, that's not going to work for me. Well, of course you're not going to get the end result. And if that's the way you look at new ideas, if that's the way you look at even proven systems, you're not going to have any success, and it's not going to be a good fit. And here's the number one thing that you need to not be. If you're not honest and ethical, if you don't run an honest and ethical dealership, if you don't treat your clients the proper way, if you don't deliver top-notch service, and you're not serious about that, then none of my stuff is it going to work for you? Because my belief is if that's how you operate, it's going to catch up with you eventually. And number two is I just don't want to work with people that are not honest and ethical. You have such a positive impact on the families when you run an honest and ethical dealership. You can have such a positive impact on the families, on their lives, you can really change their lives. But if you don't run an honest and ethical dealership and you're pulling fast ones and you're not disclosing things that you should be disclosed and you're hiding things and you just don't treat people right, then I don't want anything to do with you. I don't care how much money's involved. It's not worth it for me to drop my level of integrity and put my incredibly powerful systems to work for somebody that's not going to use it in an honest and ethical manner. So if that sounds like you, if you sell over 50 boats a year, if you have the capacity for an extra 10 to 15 additional boat sales next year, if you also have the capacity to deliver top-notch service to those extra 10 to 15 boat sales next year, and if you believe that there's that extra $500 of margin to be had on average on your boat sales, if you believe that you're just not, you know it's there, you're just not getting it, then this Project Jackson is likely going to be a great fit for you. So here's what I need you to do if you're interested. All you need to do is fill out, there's a quick form down below. Go ahead and fill that out. Fill it out completely. I need you to, it kind of goes into being a doer, being coachable, listening, being serious. I need you to go ahead and fill that form out. What that's going to do is that's going to lead to you and I getting on a conversation, a telephone conversation. I've been doing a lot more by video lately, so maybe a Google Hangout, and having that conversation, we can get to know each other. You can get to know me a little bit. Talk about how the program is actually delivered, how I'm going to get these results for you up front before there's any investment in the program, what that investment looks like, how it's structured, all of that. So we're going to get on a conversation, and we're going to make sure that that we're going to be good partners, essentially, and go from there. So just go down below, fill that form out. My assistant Sarah will reach out to you. We'll get that call scheduled. That call maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes. If we really get into an in-depth conversation, they can last as long as 45 minutes. But I don't want to. I'm not going to be selling you on anything because of the nature of this program that I'm doing. And also, this is a program that I'm not going to be running forever. There is going to be a limit. I am going to limit the number of people that participate in each round. I'm going to do it in groups and deliver it in a 5-week period of time. So that there's going to be limits each time. So not everybody is going to be able to join, even that's qualified, because I want to make sure that the results are happening. Because frankly, it's my money on the line, and I'm taking all the risk. So there you have it, Project Jackson. I know that a lot of you have been wondering, what the heck is this that he's talking about that's coming soon? This is it, Project Jackson. Go ahead and go down below, fill that form out. We'll get on the phone, we'll have a nice conversation, and we'll see where we go from there. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you shortly.